Here on Studio 10, we are always on the hunt to showcase great opportunities for the community, especially when those opportunities are for students. And today, it's all about a quest, and that's because we have Amirika Richardson talking about My Career Quest in Studio 10. How are you this afternoon?
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad to hear that, especially because today we're talking about the education arm of Capital Area Michigan Works, and that's called T3. But tell us what that stands for.
Sure. T3 stands for Teach, Talent, Thrive. And I just love that acronym because that's what we do. We teach our talent to thrive in this economy, in this market, and making sure they're aware of the talent pipeline and how to enter that pipeline.
That's really great to hear. And you have an amazing opportunity coming up where parents and community members can explore career options and truly thrive as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We call it My Career Quest Capital Area. It is our big to-do every year. We host students from all over the area. Clinton, Eaton, and Ingham County students come out to learn about careers, and our goal is to just get that passion started, get them ignited, get them set on fire for what their future goals are supposed to be, and connect them to those employers that are right here in the Lansing area.
And that's awesome. I like that we start getting them thinking about this very early. Even if they decide to change their mind later on, at least they get that exposure first.
Yes, and it's hands-on, so they're getting a chance to play, do, feel. I always say see it, touch it, taste it, maybe not taste it, but depending on what you're doing, that might be a thing.
That might work out. That's right. Well, how many students can we expect to visit with employers at My Career Quest Capital Area?
We plan on having about 3,000 students this year. We're growing every year, just up, and hoping to have even more in the future years.
Okay, and speaking of that touch and taste and smell and kind of figure out what it is that they are going to be doing, can you talk about more of the exhibits that students will actually be allowed to try?
Oh, we have some wonderful partners that have joined on this project. So I can even mention Sparrow lets the kids do respiratory therapy, actually play around and see what it's like to be in an emergency room. I mean, it's just amazing that employers are willing to let students come out and watch the pole climbers get up there and the linemen do their thing to see how that looks and how high it is. Board and Water Light does a wonderful job hanging that line worker pole up so that students can see, like, that's how high you have to go if you're going to do this work. And some students love that because they're like, I can see myself doing this and making great money.
That is awesome, especially really getting that hands-on experience. And the fact that they have multiple options, I don't know where else you can actually find that all in one place.
Nowhere. That's why My Career Quest is so special. They're happening throughout the areas of Michigan, but our region has a very large exhibit space that allows so many students to enter, and that's why we're so excited about it coming back another year.
Absolutely, so are we. And what do you hope that they take away from this entire opportunity as well?
The takeaway is that they've now connected with employers, that they've learned that there are things here in Michigan that need to be done, and that they feel themselves in that, and they're able to say, you know what? I can do this work. And now I know someone that I can possibly mentor and possibly find a career pathway that Michigan Works can help me with. So I hope that they learn who we are and how we're able to help them on their career journey.
That's right, and they can start those relationship building processes. They can start that very early too.
Absolutely.
And of course, My Career Quest 2024 ends on December 3rd. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but when will we begin planning for 2025?
Oh, January 1st. Okay. As soon as the new year comes, I'm already planning for the next year. This is the first year we're doing an open to the public session, and I can't wait to see how that turns out, and successfully, of course. So we're going to start planning how those are going to look in the future to make sure that community members and parents are allowed to see what their kids are doing. Okay. Who knows? They might want to make a career change and connect with Michigan Works too on that front. So we're happy to help in all those areas.
All right. Well, thank you so much for breaking all that down for us. And of course, we're going to have more of that information on WILX.com. Again, the event is on December 3rd at the Community Center. And Amirika, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.